So, now Iran is making a nuke. For real this time. Why? Because of exactly what I told you. I said that if we just keep on bombing Iran into oblivion and we say, oh, don't worry, if they ever try again, we're just going to bomb them again. You know what Iran is going to do? They're going to make a secret nuclear program, and they're going to hold up that nuke one day and go, see, now you can't bomb us anymore. We talked about this weeks ago. We said, hey, Russia, North Korea, China, these are all countries that are our enemies, but we don't bomb them. Why? They have nuclear weapons. And Iran is going to take note of this and say, well, if you plan on continuing to bomb us until oblivion, and the only way that you'll stop is with the threat of a nuclear weapon, well, then I guess we're going to need a nuke. And this isn't, okay, this is my opinion. Let's get to the juice here, okay? Iran has withdrawn from the IAEA. Okay, they passed a new law, the International Atomic Energy Agency. Okay, these are this international group that monitors atomic weapons and atomic energy programs and tries to make sure it's a part of like nuclear proliferation treaties. It's trying to make sure that nuclear weapons don't start to get into the wrong hands, and it's a way to try and be able to detect this stuff. Early warnings. If you have the IAEA, they can monitor uranium enrichment levels, they can monitor radiation levels, and they can tell the whole world whether or not you are creating a nuclear weapon. Well, it looks like the Iranians are pulling out of it completely. And why? Because they were already in the IAEA before the bombing, they were complying with all the rules, and yet Israel bombs the fuck out of them, takes out all of their military leaders, and the United States violates the fucking treaty and bombs them anyway. So essentially, it's like saying, why are we in this treaty? If you're going to keep on fucking bombing us regardless, then why are we even participating in your IAEA? They're keeping an eye on us. So now we're kicking them out, right? So we could secretly make our own and you can't monitor us. It's essentially, it's the beginning of another fucking forever war. Okay, and we got New York Times reporting. We've got a video here. Let's get to it. First of all, hi, I'm not live. That's crazy of me. But don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. On top of that, this is real independent media. I have no funding. I've never had a conversation with an advertiser, billionaire, or a government, anything like that. So if you do want to support the channel, a couple of ways you could do it: by becoming a patron on Patreon, becoming a member here on YouTube, hitting that thanks button down below and donating directly to the channel, buying merch, or using the discount code for Ground News in the description. Thank you for 73,000 subs. We're on the road to 100K, and I love you all. Thank you very much. Let's watch the U.S. respond to Iran suspending cooperation with UN Nuclear Watchdog, IAEA.
Yes, sir, go ahead. I know, just to slip through there. Go ahead, yes,
sorry,
sir.
Just a quick question on Iran. Iran announced today that it's suspending its cooperation with the IAEA.
Surprise.
I would like to have your thoughts
I have
comment on that.
Yes. We of course, do have a little bit to say in that regard. First of all, and I want to get this correct here.
Bro, she's panicking. Because this is exactly what the fuck did you think was going to happen? You would tell the world, hey, we know exactly where your Ayatollah is and we could kill him at any point. By the way, we're going to get to a video of that. The Ayatollah came out today for the first time since the fucking war. You know, he's like, all right, yo, what's good? Proof of life. Like, he came out.
Here. It is, we'll use the word unacceptable, that Iran chose to suspend cooperation with the IAEA at a time when it has a window of opportunity to reverse course and choose a path of peace and prosperity.
They were doing that. They were in compliance with the IAEA, bro. And you still bombed them. So why the fuck would... This is so stupid. This is like punching somebody in the face and then expecting them to, like, be like, all right, thanks. You know, like, what are you pissed that they're reacting? And I'm not on the side of Iran here. I'm saying... What the fuck did you expect was going to happen?
Iran must cooperate fully without further delay. Prior to the, as will the shutting down of your phone, that has to proceed without delay.
Brother, we are the most unserious nation on planet Earth. I can't fucking believe the shit I'm fucking hearing right now.
Prior to the United States' successful military operation, Iran was amassing a growing stockpile of highly enriched uranium for which there was no credible peaceful purpose.
And you didn't destroy it.
It was the only state producing highly enriched uranium up to 60% that does not have nuclear weapons. Iran must fully comply with its safeguards agreement required under the NPT, including by providing the IAEA with information required to clarify and resolve long-standing questions regarding undeclared nuclear material in Iran, as well as provide unrestricted access to its newly announced enrichment facility.
I always laugh when I hear undeclared nuclear shit in Iran, because it's like, bro, what about Israel? They have a nuclear ambiguity policy. You ask the Israelis if they have the nuke, they just go, so what the fuck? What's this double standard?
We look forward to further detailed reporting from the IAEA about this. It is worth repeating, as we've made tremendous strides to this through Donald Trump's leadership, Iran cannot and will not have a nuclear weapon.
They always say the same thing. The only people that can have the nukes are us. How about no one has nukes? I don't know. Maybe that's a crazy idea, considering nuclear weapons have literally no use. They really don't. At least militarily, you know, like they have no real use. Even a tactical nuke, bro, that's like a fucking 50 megaton nuke. What are you gonna do? You're gonna bomb the front lines. You're gonna kill the entire enemy force. You're gonna kill half of yours. The wind is then gonna blow the radiation wherever it wants and destroy the land for 100 fucking years. Whatever you were fighting for, whether it be oil, land, power, all gone, obliterated. And now there's increased radiation levels across the planet, and everybody in the fucking world is gonna start loading up their nukes because they're afraid. You can't, there's a reason why no one's used it in combat. Because it's useless. It's too big. It's too big.
The President has said this repeatedly. The Secretary of State has said this repeatedly. We have repeated it from this podium. And at this juncture here, it is, of course, again, unacceptable that Iran is choosing to suspend cooperation with the IAEA.
All right. Now I got this New York Times article here. Nuclear inspectors leave Iran after cooperation halted with UN watchdog. The United Nations nuclear watchdog said on Friday that its inspectors have left Iran days after the country, still reeling from its war with Israel and America, suspended cooperation with the international agency. Iran's president enacted a law on Wednesday that halts cooperation with the International Atomic Energy Agency, effectively blocking the international oversight into Iran's contentious nuclear program. See this? This is what I mean. This is what I said in the beginning. They're just going to do it in secret now. Now that they know, like, even though we're following the rules, we're still getting bombed. Fuck your rules. We're doing it in secret. This comes at a particularly critical moment when experts are warning that the attack on Iran's nuclear facilities may simply drive the country to take its program underground. Brothers, go back and watch my videos during, like, the beginning of this 12-day war. I fucking said this verbatim. Ver-fucking-batim, I said this. I said. An IAEA team of inspectors today safely departed from Iran to return to the agency headquarters in Vienna after staying in Tehran throughout the recent military conflict, the UN agency said in a statement and platform. So they're leaving. And meanwhile, he's back! He just comes out. He comes out like a gopher. He comes out. He says, oh, they didn't get me. Oh, that's what he's doing. He's flexing. Look at this guy. He ain't doing nothing. What's going to happen to him, huh? What's going to happen to this guy, huh? He's like Bro, this is a exactly what Trump wants. Like, the fuck? No wonder he hates this guy. He's jealous. All right, listen. What does this mean, realistically? Well, let's try to piece this together. It means if Iran is going to go underground and start making their own nuclear weapons without the IAEA, which is kind of exactly what they've been claiming that they were doing, well, then that means we're going to continue bombing them. And we've talked about nuclear enrichment, right? Like the idea, the science behind making a nuclear weapon. It exists, the science, right? The knowledge is out there. And especially in today's day and age with the fucking internet, you can't put the cat back in the bag. You can't put the toothpaste back in the bottle. The knowledge exists. Sure, you could obliterate Iran's physical ability to enrich uranium, right? But how are you going to prevent them from trying again? Which is why now the U.S. is saying, like, the Pentagon is like, hey, we actually stopped Iran's nuclear program by 2 years. So what, are we going back in 2027? You hear what I'm saying? So what you're doing is forcing their hand into becoming these other nations that we don't bomb, but we also consider enemies. Russia, North Korea, China. We don't bomb them. Why? Because if we do, maybe they'll fucking nuke somebody. Maybe they'll tweak out and nuke somebody, so we don't touch them. And we're just creating more nuclear armed nations, which is a problem, which is why I argue for complete and total denuclearization. I believe that if mutually assured destruction is our deterrent program, right? The deterrent system is like, nobody will do it because it'll kill everybody. Well, here's my problem, Jack. Humans are fallible. We make mistakes. All of our systems make mistakes. This computer was made by man, and it can fuck up and crash, right? So if humans create shit that fails, and our deterrent system is no one will do anything, and none of these nukes will accidentally go off. People often forget we have to have constant maintenance on these weapons, to make sure they don't accidentally go off. If our deterrence program is nobody stupid enough to do it, then that means even if we all do our best, one day it's going to fuck up. And then they're all going to start going off. So why not just dismantle them? What the fuck? And here's my meme alternative for you. You want war? You want nuclear war? Each nation gets a nuclear-powered kaiju, right? Or not a kaiju, a Gundam. Each nation gets a nuclear-powered Gundam, right? I'm talking nuclear core type shit. Big enough to fucking walk in the Atlantic type shit, right? And you want to wage war? You get your top Gundam driver from your nation, and you fucking go one-on-one. It's the most broadcast thing in the world. And it's just like your champion. And the only people that get hurt are the fucking two guys in there, and it's for glory. God, that's the stupidest shit I've ever said. Listen, if you're new here, again, I'm Chris Valenti. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It costs you nothing, and it helps me immensely. And do me another favor. Click that video right over there. It's a banger. And I know bangers.